I want you to understand what I want to rate you as an outstanding employee, but I can't do that without you understanding what outstanding, in my opinion, is. So I want you to know what my opinion is. In all these categories, we're going to go over them and we're going to answer all your questions. And if it's still for you, then it's up to you to meet those objectives.
As a fire captain, what's the toughest part of your job?
Oh, wow. Talk about a question that getting punched in the face.
Boom. Everyone's got a plan, right? Until they get punched in the face.
Yeah. I think the toughest part of being a fire captain, there's a couple parts to that answer. One, discretion, knowing to have discretion, knowing how to resolve the issues that you're presented with daily, because you are a manager. You're mid-level management. You live with your peers, and you have to have that relationship with your peers to be able to operate with them and to lead them. And at the same time, you have to uphold the norms and values and policies of the agency employing you. In addition to that, and it ties in, earning your bugles, that doing the hard instead of the easy wrong, even though it's going to have people think differently of you. And it's not often that hard is to get people to be more aggressive. It's taking the side that's not always seen as team-based, not always having your guys back. You have to see the big picture. There is right and wrong, and you have to know what is right and be able to go that direction. Sometimes you're going to lose popularity over it, whether it's training more, not taking your guys to coffee. It sounds like silly issues. Or taking the civilian side of a complaint, that type of thing, validating people.
How do you manage that? How do you deal with the fact when, one, you might take a stance and you might drive the team down a certain path against what they want to do because, you sided with the civilian complaint. So how do you manage that? And then I guess the unique piece is your bunk is probably 3 feet away from everyone else's. Maybe you got your own room, but you're in there like 24 hours a day living with these guys. How do you manage?
I think the best way to manage it is from the beginning. I've found as a leader and as a manager, being proactive instead of reactive has been the best thing. I have not come across too many people that have come into service that want to do a bad job. And so I sit down with my people about a week after I get them assigned, and I say, okay, we've had our first week together. Did you enjoy working? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. Go on your days off. Hey, when you come back, I want to sit down with you and I want you to give me your expectation as your leader. I want to hear what you expect out of me because I'm going to meet your expectations. And not only that, I want to know where you want to be in 3, 5, and 10 years because I want to facilitate that for you. I want to help your career. And they take that down and they think about it. They think, wow, okay, someone's investing in me. And then I say, at the same time, I want to sit down with you and I want to let you know what my expectations are. And when we get back and I've heard everything from them and I say, okay, and I take my notes and I know what I need to do to meet their needs, I sit down and I go over the review form with them, and it's a subjective, objective review. I sit with them and I say, I want you to understand what I want to rate you as an outstanding employee, but I can't do that without you understanding what outstanding, in my opinion, is. So I want you to know what my opinion is. In all these categories, we're going to go over them and we're going to answer all your questions. And if it's still for you, then it's up to you to meet those objectives. The beauty of it is that when people look at that and they say, I'm being given an opportunity to be an outstanding employee and rated by my supervisor as outstanding, it's a goal for them that's discernible and they go after it. Not only that, but an outstanding employee allows a supervisor to also be friends. It's like raising kids. The relationship changes when everyone understands where their limits are, what their expectations are. And so when you get those people to say, I'm doing exactly what you said, and I buy in, I agree, it changes from being in charge to being the peer leader. And when the peer leader is doing that, you have an amazing relationship. And something that came out of it's a saying that came out of Echelon Front, my buddy Jason Gardner: relationships equal mission success. And it's true. And so if you don't build those relationships ahead of time, and you don't guide the way and live the standard that you expect of your subordinates, then they won't respect you, they won't follow you, and then you're going to have all those problems. So, in the long-winded answer, instead of being reactive, be proactive. Build it into your life.
Yeah, Kevin, I think that's really poignant. And I think that translates across the board, no matter what career field you find yourself in, because it's easier said than done, but it's pretty simple when it comes down to it. I just lay out the expectations. People know where everyone stands. They know where the line is, and they can adjust from there.